Alright, so this is Avery and Sheridan here.
Don't put my government name out there.
Anyway, we're gonna make a Pretty Little Liars review video.
Mostly her.
Mostly me, but usually I don't make these videos, but the finale got me so upset and irritated that I had to make one. I had to make a video. So here we go. So let's go. Let's start with the previous. Okay, what did we learn? We learned that CC Drake was a part of the A team, and we also learned that CC Drake was
pretty damn obvious,
right, and we also learned that CC Drake was Red Code. And here's what made me upset, because prior to all of this, before, you know, I didn't have the privilege of watching the Pretty Little Liars on opening night. I had to watch it afterwards when it came on demand the next day because I missed it. So I was upset when I found out when I was on Twitter and I was seeing Ezra A, right? So I'm like, okay, Ezra better not be a part of the A team. But at the same time, I kind of already knew that he was a part of the A team for the simple reasons that, one, when Jason De Laurentiis was like, hey, I'll offer any money, or like I think $5,000 to anybody who knows anything about about Allison.
And Ezra had that money.
Right, and Ezra, exactly. And Arya found that money in Ezra's sock drawer, talking about who is this, and then Ezra's like, oh, I sold my car. Oh, so I automatically knew that he was hiding something. And yeah, and then not only that, but when Ezra wouldn't leave Arya alone, especially when she was with Jake, the Karate Kid. We call him Karate Kid, but yeah, when he was with Jake, or when she was with Jake, so I'm just like,
Karate Kid.
Yeah, so I'm just like, what is really going on? So let's talk about this whole finale situation, starting with Spencer and Toby.
Getting on my last damn nuts.
I'm done with their relationship. I'm done.
One thing,
it's another. First, we come to find out, I guess Toby got all mad because Spencer told her friends. Like, for real? Like, does it matter, really? Like, come on now. You're gonna...
It wasn't on Top Secret. He was just trying to investigate about his mom being murdered. I mean, come on, get it together.
Right. And it comes to find out that Toby was like, oh, he tried breaking into the car. Didn't work out. So, really, it was a waste of time. So... I mean, so you getting mad at Spencer was irrelevant.
She told you, she said it's a setup. He was like, no, my mom, and he gets to the car. Who pulled up? The pow.
Right. So really, it's just like, who cares about this right now? Who cares about you guys' relationship? Because, right, the way I feel is like, it's irrelevant, it's ridiculous, and it's getting on my nerves. Nobody cares. And the fact that Toby left and didn't say anything to Spencer, that's bogus. Especially because of the whole Ace situation. So I just feel like, you know, this is stupid and ain't nobody care about all that. So then we get to, I want to say Caleb and Hannah and her mom. Right.
So mom got released.
Mom got released. Of course, it was because of
the eyewitness.
Right, it was because of the eyewitness. And really, I don't understand why the eyewitness. I mean, I kind of understood why the eyewitness came up and said something, but then at the same time, I understand also why he hid it. But yeah, so we're happy that Hannah's mom is good, business and gravy. Now on to the finale and all this good stuff. Okay, so A is bringing them all kinds of gifts, okay? All kinds of packages. That, for one thing, got on my nerves. They got 3 packages. They got on my nerves. It's like, seriously, why couldn't you just... You know what I mean? It was just irritating because it's like, listen, you're doing the most. It's stupid. Stop sending them packages, please. Then we come to find out that they had to go to Ravenswood. Now, this fuck ass town, okay? Ravenswood, for real, like, Ravenswood in itself is just weird. So
I don't fuck with it.
I don't fuck with Ravenswood. Anyway, so then come to find out or whatever, A took Emily. Now here's how I'm confused. How in the world did A take Emily while the magic trick was happening with Arya?
Like they did it so smooth, like
it was slick, and I feel like she was drugged because she walked like this. But anyway,
yeah, he probably, you know how they be doing them clocks,
right. Right, so then we get to like some kind of wood cutting place or whatever, and they finally let Emily. They finally let Emily go. Then come to find out there's 2 red coats. So then Spencer's chasing the 1 red coat, and Arya's chasing Cece Drake. Now Arya put her moves to work and put the little.
She kicked her right.
Them Jet Li fearless moves.
And then
and Cece Drake straight up.
Cece thought she was on.
Cece thought she was on.
She went on a rope.
Climbed on a rope.
And then they broke it. You know how they always want to save the enemy, which gets on my last nerve.
I don't understand that.
She drops. From like, I don't know how long the drop was. She gonna drop. And then they're like, oh my God, she's dead. All the girls went up and was just looking at her. But when they looked away, her hand was twitching like this.
And then that girl was gone.
Couldn't even hear it. Mind you, she was wearing heels. How the hell you don't hear her heels clutter away?
It was slick. It was slick. I was just like, I'm like, okay.
And they don't even check the pulse. Who don't check the pulse? Like,
right.
They do that, like,
right. So then Spencer came back like, and she was like, oh, you guys need to come and see something. So here's what I'm thinking, because there was 2 red coats. So obviously one was CC Drake, and I feel like the other one was Allison. Yeah. Now, Allison, for everybody who doesn't know this, Allison is alive. We already confirmed it. Allison is alive. We heard from old granny looking chick.
She got buried alive. And
she got buried alive.
And the little old hag chick. Found her and pulled her out.
Yeah, so basically they ended up looking at her lair or whatever, or A's lair. Okay, and then there was this wall with a face on it, but it had 2 eyes that was cut out, and it was like 2 eye holes. And you can see, if anybody watching Pretty Little Liars, you guys seen Allison so much that you know exactly what her eye looks like, and it's like a hazelness greenish type color eye, and you can tell because in the finale, there was the eyeball looking in like this, and it was just that color, and I swear to God that was Allison. I feel like Allison was the red coat, and she led Spencer up there, but then she hid behind that wall to watch them look at the A's lair, basically.
Yeah.
And
what's what happened? Okay, first of all, I think Jenna, she's still in the hospital, whatever, she got knocked up the head. Mona and Shanna, they were talking, so they weren't there. And then Cece, remember, she fell off.
She fell and left.
Got knocked out and left.
So that's all suspects.
And they figured out it was 2 of them when they went to go rescue Emily. They was like, oh my God, there's 2
of them, right? So all the suspects are gone. They're like, it's shut off. So obviously Allie has to be alive. So then, come to find out, old hag looking, granny looking motherfucker comes out of the woodwork, and it's like, oh, you need to leave. Allison is alive. And I'm just like, okay, why didn't you just tell Spencer this from the beginning, from the woodwork? But at the same time, she's like, oh, I wanted to protect Allison for real.
Because Allison, she don't want to be found, because if she wanted to be found, she would have been came out. Like,
right. She would have been came out. So
because the lady was like, she don't want to be found. And now there's a dude involved.
Right. So then, because, in the lair, we saw all these, like, suits and whatever. So she's like, I think A's a dude. And everybody's like, oh, snap, right? So they were talking to the old granny or whatever. And come to find out, Allison is alive. She was like, and then the girl was like, you need to leave. He's here. And so I'm like, okay, if you're saying he's here, who is he? Like, you know more than everybody else does. So you telling everybody all this information, but not this. Right, half-ass information. I'm just confused. So at that point, at the very end of the finale, all we see is Ezra. Now, first we don't see Ezra. We just see some dude in black clothing,
bottom,
right, and they go to the top. But yeah, and then basically the old woman is like, oh yeah, he's following you to see if you can go to A, to lead him to Allison, basically.
My thing is, what the hell going on with him and Allison?
Right, I'm like, what the fuck does Ezra got to do with Allison? But here's my thing. He goes to his lair and he's all pissed off. So I'm like, okay, he must be pissed off because they were there in the first place. He must be pissed off because they were there. So come to find out, I feel like he didn't know that they were there, and I feel like Allison led them there. That's why he's upset. So I got a good couple of questions for Ezra and Cece. First of all, Ezra, what does that? Why do you have a grudge against all four of them? Why are you even in this? All four of the girls.
Ezra all the way, like,
right until this shit come up. I'm like, what's going on with that?
Really?
Like, I felt sorry for you for your little kid and everything. How the kid wasn't yours. I felt sorry, but then you like, okay, Ezra's A. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Then what do you have with Allison to where you want to find her and possibly kill her? Then CC Drake, what do you have with CC Drake? Know? Like, what do you know? What's up with you and CC Drake or whatever? Are you and her together, or were you together? Why is CC Drake? What do you have against the four girls? I know what you have against Allison, but what do you have against the four girls? Then I also want to know, on a side note, Arya, you pissed me off, bro. And I'm gonna tell you how are you gonna be sleeping with the enemy? How are you gonna do that to Jake? Because let's be real, I was team Jake. I was team Karate Kid Jake all the way. Then all of a sudden, Arya want to go over and meet up with Ezra. They went to they didn't really go anywhere. They just like happened to be there or whatever.
What do you call, bumped into each other?
It wasn't really a coincidence because she knew he was there.
That nigga stayed there.
And if you really think about it, she was trying to go there with Jake to see Ezra. Think about that, because when she was on the phone with Jake or whatever, she's like, hey, we should go to this poetic thingamabobber. What do we do with Jake? It's like, he was tired, he had to work, all that stuff. So he wasn't feeling it. So I'm like, see, that's right there.
So she goes, okay. And then hang up the phone, right? And then dude fell asleep at the crib when they was watching a movie, and then he's like, I just want to go home because niggas is tired.
Right.
Then she go to the coffee shop or whatever that place is. And then she get to talking, you feel me? They smiling, laughing,
they smiling, giggling, whatever.
She kisses him, still sitting there. No guilt came because she was still talking to the dude, and she was laughing
like nothing happened.
Like
I'm
they together.
Fuck you,
and Cece saw
Ezra, CC Drake, all of them. I'm done with Arya. Arya can kick rocks. Spencer, you and Toby, I'm done with your relationship. Hannah, you are the only one that has a boyfriend that was down from he was down from the beginning. Team Caleb all the way. He was down from the beginning. Then we have Emily. Emily, I really don't blame her because her original girl, got killed. Then you have Paige, whatever, who was on some other. I really think she should just go for Shannon or whatever, because they could just get in real quick and be done with it. But, that's just me, whatever. But yeah, that's just how I feel. This finale was ridiculous. It gave me some insight, but it was ridiculous at the same time. You have to wait for this pointless, it's not really pointless, but you gotta wait for this pointless, October Halloween special. But it's like, what's the point of having a Halloween special when you just had a finale? It's basically like the Halloween special is the finale, and this is
because it's 2 hours this time. But my thing is, I don't care how they end this season, how long it takes. Well, actually, I hope it don't drag it on too much longer. But they better not leave no loose ends, because I sat here for like 10 damn seasons.
Right.
Just to be confused at the end.
Exactly. This is supposed to be the major finale. I'm confused. You got the Halloween special being 2 hours, so that's basically the finale. I want to get some information. I want to know why Ezra is doing what he did. Why is he A? Why CC after them? What's going on with Arya's head, and why she's still trying to fuck with Ezra, even though she with Jake and she has a good dude. And the thing is, Jake is on some real stuff, because Jake was like, listen, he approached Ezra and he was like, listen, Ezra, you need to back the fuck up. You need to back the hell up. Peace out. She don't want you no more. You just made Jake look stupid. I'm done.